I have internet because I'm on here. I don't know what's going on. Maybe I need to close more of these tabs, but I'm back on YouTube now. That's so frustrating. I don't know where it cut out either. Um, this is so chaotic tonight, but I am just trying to roll with it. I don't know what's going on. Pretty annoying though. Okay. So I was talking about Gemini. We're in the middle of Gemini. Yeah, Gemini, as I was saying, if you haven't watched part 1 of this, go back. I don't know why it cut out in the middle of it. So Gemini, you, similarly to Taurus, as I said, are focusing this month on finding a balance of your social and love life and with your work life. But you guys are going to have a lot more action from the start of this month because this is kind of trickling over from the end of last month. It kind of started to like rev up for you guys from the end of last month. So you're not going to be feeling as frustrated as you did probably from November to January. Because I remember from your energy updates, when I was doing your guys' energy updates, that's what was going on. I also need to put in here my readings. Okay. I gotta say, as annoying and frustrating as this has been, I'm handling it pretty well. Okay. So yeah, things are definitely looking up. Geminis, you guys are going to be dealing with a lot less frustrations this month than you have, again, since like November. November to January was really, really hard for Geminis. Money is also going to be like making its way to you more. And then with this full moon coming up, Mars is going to be in Gemini. So it's going to really just like, if you've been thinking about traveling, you're going to, it's just like in the cards for you to like start planning things like that. Because a lot of you don't get like, a lot of you are getting or have received a new position at work. You have a new job, you started your own business, and you're seeing the fruits of your labor, and you're just going to be feeling a lot more like you want to go enjoy life soon. But at the very start of this month, it's probably not in like the not the best time astrologically for Geminis to be making any brand new decisions. You all are kind of, like I said, the energy from the end of last month has kind of carried over, and things are really revving up for you. But like career is going to be huge because Saturn moved into Pisces. I don't know what's going on. Hang on. So for the first time since 1993 to 1996. So if you can think back that long, what happened in your career back then, there's going to be some sort of theme from then to now. Venus is touring Pisces starting January 26th until February 20th. And this is in your 10th house of honors, awards, and achievements. So there's just going to be like everything career wise is like, that's your main focus, Geminis. That's what you have been focusing on. focus on that, but don't forget to balance things out with having fun. And then the last thing I want to say about Geminis before I do your reading, there's going to be one day this month that's going to be really significant. That's going to happen before March 1st. So for some of you, it's going to be someone is coming in from the past. For others of you, it's going to be some like really exciting news at work. There's going to just, if you journal, keep a journal. Something is happening that's going to be like really good news for Geminis at some point in this month. It's going to, for some of you, completely change the course of your life. So that's exciting. And then the other part of Geminis. So because of Valentine's Day, that just kind of gives that energy because collectively people are thinking about romance. It's going to be ramped up. But how you experience Valentine's Day this year is going to be how you feel about yourself. And if you're in a relationship, your present relationship. So, but that all ties back to your self-love, really. This Valentine's Day could either bring in some very beautiful energy or some challenging energy. It's going to not be, there's going to be very few Geminis, I think, where it's going to be like, meh. It's either going to be like really sad or really excited energy. And I know some of you are going to be saying, well, yeah, of course. No, I'm very indifferent during Valentine's Day when I'm single. I don't think, and it's not bad if you get sad when you're single on Valentine's Day. That's very common, but there's some people where it really doesn't affect them. And just like with a lot of the other signs, because, you know, seasonal depression, like there's some places where it's still not like getting nicer out. I'm in Arizona, so I am seeing it like warm up. If you're still dealing with that, maybe get one of those like therapy lamps, at the sun lamps. I don't, if like you're really noticing your mood is just not good. Because the other thing, grounding your energy is going to be also very important, but that's why I'm saying, and why the main theme for Gemini is like, please, please, please focus on balancing out, and not just your social life with work, but every area of your life. Focus, like the energy that you're giving to yourself is very important too. Just balance in every area of your life is really important, Geminis, because things could be like feeling like woohoo, like all of the success is coming in financially. But if that's the only place you're like focusing your energy, you're going to get one, burnt out really quickly. And two, like I said, the other areas of your life are going to suffer. So, Gemini reading. Remember, this is your sun or your rising. Like I said, career is huge, and you got King of Pentacles. So that is just confirmation of that. That flew out. For some of you, you've been very patient for what is coming in this month in regards to your career. You are in a more receiving energy. And if you're noticing that you're not, be kinder to yourself. Because again, that Mars retrograde that just ended, you could still be feeling the effects from that. But for those of you that have felt like, hey, Nick, those of you that have felt like you're drowning, it's not going to feel that way soon anymore. What are your signs again, Nick? And then one more card for Gemini. Yeah. Geminis again, like I just feel like I need to repeat this. Oh, okay. Do you know what your rising is? I did Aries at the beginning, so you can watch of the other one. I'm going to also put a marker on there of what signs start at what time for when people watch it back. So you want to pay attention to your sun and your rising sign again. So yeah, Gemini, some of you are going to be faced with some sort of like decision. For a lot of you, it's going to have to do with, do I hang out with people and have a social life, or just do I continue on with work? Some of you are going to feel like you have to make one decision or another, but you shouldn't feel, I mean, it would help you not to say that. Oh, your Snapchat tells you your rising sign? Yeah. I don't know what happened with the first live, Katie. Oh, I need to pin this comment. Oh, I guess I did. I don't know what happened in the last live either. That was very weird. Anyway. Yeah, I just finished Gemini. Now Cancer. Cancer, and I'm a Cancer. So, oh, Nick, you're a Cancer rising, so this will apply to you as well. So especially once the full moon starts, Cancer and Cancer rising, you're going to be just feeling a lot better, because you're going to be happier with where you are in your personal and professional life. If you work for others, like your superiors are going to let you know that they're basically like recognizing your hard work. And some of you might be getting some more time off. If you are seeing yourself with more time off this month, start bringing in new skills, and possibly even other streams of income. If you're in a relationship, your significant other is going to be like really cheering you on and like encouraging you to improve. If you're not, this year, actually, in general, for Cancers, there's a spotlight on us for our love life. I don't know if you guys remember, this one was on Instagram, I believe. I talked about the whole year. Can you do my question? Yeah, well, what, can you let me know what your question is first, and I'll let you know like what kind of reading you might want to get. I can do it before I continue on with Cancer if you want. I'll just read this one little part first, and then I'll get back to you. Yeah, Cancer, like there is going to be just, and I know some of you aren't going to believe this, but career-wise, like things are really going up. There was a huge lull for us from probably like most of last month to still going into the part of February. Oh, were you here on my last live on here? This just sounds very familiar to another question, but why is my comment not pinned? Hang on, let me fix this. Can you guys see my comment? Is it pinned? I think it is. Okay, then weird. I had someone else in here asking about a Jordan a month ago, so that's very interesting. I didn't remember what their name was, but I remembered someone was asking about a Jordan. So I could go over it in the $18 or the $25 reading if you want. And yes, Nick, you can get a reading as well. I guess we can take a short break from the I'll finish off the thing for Cancer. Okay. I think there was something in maybe it was you. I don't know. Yeah, my energy is great. I actually I'm excited to for a minute there I really was not in any place to be doing readings for people. I was just focusing on me getting better. But my energy is I slept great last night and I feel like a brand new person today. So yeah, Katie, I can do your reading. I would recommend probably if you want Oracle with yours, which might help, you have to do a minimum of what do I have them at? The $35 one to get Oracle along with it. But that's up to you. If you do the $25 one, I can pull like 2 Oracle cards. Yeah, and the Cancer, Nick, because that's your rising. So here's the other thing, you guys. A lot of times, you might relate way more to what your rising sign is in these than your sun sign. That's why I encourage everyone to pay attention to both. I have a lot of people come in here and they'll just watch their sun sign and they're like, that doesn't resonate that much. Part of it does. I'm like, please see your rising sign then. Because I had someone who was like a Sagittarius sun with a Cancer rising, and they were like, part of my life feels this was a couple months ago. They were like, part of my life feels really good, but then at times I'm just like really depressed and I don't know why. I was like, what's your rising? They said it was Cancer. I was like, boom, that's why. So it is important to pay attention to both. While Katie is paying and come before she come, like I start her reading, I'm gonna finish the Cancer thing. I'm going out of state 2 times this month. Wow. Yeah, the for Cancers this year, divine relationships, like your divine counterpart, that's like either coming in this year or you're going to be leaving a relationship that doesn't serve you to bring in that divine counterpart. So I'm just going to finish this part for Cancers and then I'll do Katie's reading and then I will move on to Leo. So because of that Mars and what was it? Mars and Mercury, I think. No, not Mercury. Saturn. Let me see. I should know this. This is why I have notes, though. Otherwise, I wouldn't remember. It was Mars and where the hell can't I find it? This is weird. Good Lord, I wrote a lot. Okay, here. I think it's in this. Okay. Mars and yes, it was Mars and Mercury. That's what it was. Mars and Mercury retrograde is what really messed with a lot of people in the last couple months. There was a lot of people have been having like financial issues too. Cancers, for Cancers, it's kind of been, and I can vouch for this. We had like a little spike in our career for a bit. And then I kind of felt like it flatlined. that energy is coming back now that Mars is like no longer in retrograde. But again, we're really not going to start to see the fruits of our labor too much until probably the middle of the month. And then Mars is going to be it's actually going to be March 15th where it's like fully regulated. So if you are like still not seeing stuff by the end of this month fully come to fruition in the place where you thought you should be, just know it's like still coming in. The universe is still making the moves for these things to come in. But again, a lot of you are probably still seeing or probably started seeing some signs that like things are looking up for you in pretty much every aspect of your life. Is like, I said this before and I'll say it again. This is Cancer's year. I have not seen anything like this astrologically for Cancer placements until this year. I mean, I'm a Cancer, so I know. And I've been, studying astrology for a while, and I have not seen anything lined up for Cancers like this ever before. So if you're a Cancer sun or rising, just know, like, if you've had a really tough go at it most of your life, there's something, I mean, there's many things, but there's a lot of stuff like energetically and astrologically that are just like in the cards for like just good news after good news after good news. And again, you're really going to start noticing it. And it would be at probably some of you might have even noticed it still at the end of January. You're like, oh my God, things are so hard. By February 6th, though, after the full moon, you're going to be feeling like a different person. A lot of Cancers. I am going to go back on to my phone, even though it sucks for the chat. But just know if it disconnects, I'll be on my phone on YouTube and I'll restart it. But we're going to just hope that doesn't happen. I really don't know why the internet sucks right now. But oh well. It'll work out. Okay. Maybe I should click out of more of these tabs. Can that mess with your internet? Having a lot of tabs open. This is my laptop. I'm on my laptop. But I just realized I have a crap ton of things open in my browser. So, okay. I'm not on my phone. I don't know. I haven't had this happen before and I've gone live on my laptop. But maybe it's her internet. I guess I haven't gone live on my laptop here before. Okay. Finishing off. Hey, how are you? Did you see my messages on Etsy? I'm on Cancer right now. So as I was saying for Cancer, and then after this, I'm doing a reading for Katie when she comes back, and then Nick. Good. And yes, you're welcome. Okay, so Cancer, yes, like I said, career-wise, love life, things are going up. And this, don't forget, like, if this is your rising too, so pay attention to your sun, your rising. And then the full moon for Cancers is going to have a really big emphasis on finances. So this will be a really good full moon to do like a full moon ritual in regards to like love life and business. A lot of you might be feeling a lot more motivated to just be more organized, to do investments, to like have a plan for like saving money or like some new business venture. Like with the full moon energy, if you're feeling kind of bleh still, that is going to give you a lot of energy. Some of you might even like be so energized you're going to stay up all night. So you're gonna be like, oh my God, where did all this energy come from? Another thing for Cancers is for the other half, the second half of the month, the very end, or yeah, the new moon on February 19th in Pisces is going to energize your ninth house. And you might find the need to go on a trip. You might feel like going on a trip. Didn't you just say something about a trip, Nick? No. Some of you might even feel like going on like a foreign, like to a foreign country. And then if your birthday falls on June 22nd or the day, 1 day to 4 days before or after, you're going to feel the new moon at the end of the month very strongly. Very, very strongly. Wow, Nick, that is crazy. Like, that's amazing. It sounds like a lot of things are changing for you and have changed since we last talked. And then at the very end of the month for Cancers, but it could be March 1st or March 2nd, you're going to feel like Venus and Jupiter are going to be in Aries at the very top of your chart. And this is going to be around achievements. So it's going to be really beautiful. Like by, I would say this time next month, you're going to be like, holy crap. I can't believe that all happened in like 1 month. That's crazy. Like, I'm excited because I have felt like things have been kind of slow up until like literally today is the most energy I've had in a very long time. And then finally for Cancers, frustrations again are going to be ending, and just the very high highs and low lows are not going to be as high and as low. You're going to have some high highs though, but like it's not going to be as like, I guess I should say disorienting, where it's like, oh my God, yay, I'm on a high. Oh, fuck, I'm depressed again. So now I'm going to pull some cards for Cancer. Yeah. Some of you, like I said, are going to be feeling like a brand new person, like a little kid, in a good way. Probably more so. Thank you. My hair was malfunctioning, so I put it up. And then don't forget boundaries, Cancer, because like we're gonna be feeling real good this month, but like just don't lose track of what all the work you've been doing, because Cancers have really been like, we've been really, really focused on pouring into our cup, and we're finally seeing all those things come to fruition. Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. Like I said, business is going to be like a huge thing for Cancers this month. Just don't get tripped up and say, oh God, things are going so well, so when's the bad shit gonna come? Like, try not to focus on that, because another thing, oh God, these almost all fell on the floor. Another thing for Cancers is we just went through a massive rebirth, and this was part of the process of us being met with our divine counterpart. So you've either already met your divine counterpart or they're coming in very soon, like I said. Okay. Is Katie back in here? Because I know Katie wanted a reading, but now that I'm done with Cancer, I'm ready to do a reading. And then I will resume back on Leo. Oh, let me message my friend too. One of my friends was in here before. Okay, well, I don't know where Katie went, so I guess I can continue on. Nick, do you know how long of a reading you're going to want? Okay, did you already send it? Ha! You know what's funny? Who did I say about investing? I just got like a notification on my Cash App that's like, do you want to start saving money? So after I'm done with Nick's reading, I'm going to resume on to Leo, and then Katie comes back on. By that time, I'll do her reading either after Leo. Yeah, same Cash App. Luna Del B. It's pinned in that comment. And again, for anyone watching, like if this circuits out, just go to my Instagram. It's in the bio of my YouTube. But yeah, I'm gonna do okay, cool. Thank you, Nick. I'm gonna do Nick's reading now, and then I'm gonna do Leo and Virgo, and then if anyone else wants a reading, I will do theirs afterwards. And again, if this crashes for whatever reason, we're just gonna hope it doesn't. I will restart the live, so don't worry, I'll restart it. I don't know why the internet has been crashing today, but it's all right. Okay. I'm wondering where the router is in here. It's fine. It's not saying, for a minute there, it was saying it was low. Don't know why. All right. So, Nick, did you have any questions you want me to do, like, that you want me to start with? You know how my readings, like, usually go. And because you got a $45 one, it includes the oracle reading as well. So any of the readings over 35 includes a full oracle reading as well. The $25 reading includes just a couple oracle cards, but that's it. And then the $18 one is just, okay, general. All right. Yeah, $18 one is just oracle. Ooh, I just looked at the time at 3333. Oh, this was in reverse. So the Seven of Cups in reverse, you were in the other energy for a bit where it was like you were looking out, you had all these dreams. I remember back to your very first reading too, Nick, you felt like empty inside. These changes that have been coming in have come in fast, and they're going to continue to come in fast. If you start to feel some similar, like, the one main thing your guides want to, don't focus on this, but like just keep this in the back of your mind, is this is the energy you were in for a while, which is no zest for life, like just kind of blah. If you feel that at any point, like don't let it like suck you all the way back down. And like you feel like, because the other thing too is you being too in your head, like assuming because things are going good that it's something shitty is about to happen. Just be wary of that. And like Don't worry about it too much though, like about it happening. Um, just yeah. If it does come up, that's just like your card to let you know, like, hey, it's gonna be okay, and things are gonna just like go right back up again. Michaela, if you just hopped in here, I'm doing a live for Nick, and then I'm going on to I just did Leo, and then I'm going on to wait, did I do Leo? I did Cancer, and then I'm doing Leo. You're in this makes sense to what you said. You said you're in a relationship now, right? Because it says teamwork. I just heard teamwork makes the dream work. There's something with this connection. Yes. Two of Pentacles. You complement each other very well. I feel like whatever it is that she brings to the table is very much, you notice a big like yin yang with you two, and she's like helping bring you out of your shell a bit more. Shell, is that a shell, an armadillo? Because you've been in this like yearning for a very long time of like some sort of just like more emotional security, and just going upstream for a very, very long time. But again, like I said, for Cancers though, but for you too, like all of these exciting things that are happening, I feel like is igniting this light in you. I'm just seeing like with the Knight of Wands too, the King of Wands, excuse me. And you got the Knight of Wands. And that actually has fire in that card too. It is like, yeah, spotlight on you. You're feeling lit up more pretty much day by day as this month continues. You're just gonna be starting to feel a lot more confidence as well with like decision making. And this travel coming up, are you doing it with her? Because I'm seeing like there again with the teamwork, like there's something with this connection that like I feel like you're finding yourself. Don't put too much of that what's the word, like the don't give too much of that to your partner. Like you are doing this, your partner is helping you with this. And it's helped like you have been doing a lot of introspective work, and now you're stepping more into this like more, I think you already feel it too, this more like divine masculine energy, which has also helped you to I feel like you're hearing in here a little bit more too, but it's like between like there's something within this connection that has helped you, because I think this was you as well, who said you don't even know if you know what it feels like in your heart. um just be careful again of putting all your weight on this, because I guess more of an attachment. You don't, it's not, I'm not saying anything bad is going to happen within the relationship. She has this very like strong leadership in a divine feminine like energy to her. Um, but you don't like stay in this. That's, these came out again, and I know I shuffled. Stay in the energy that you've been feeling, so you guys can be like the teamwork is being like really heavily emphasized. There's something within the trip specifically to Dubai. You're going to have this like light bulb moment that is going to really shine a light on a lot of the questions just of life that you've had too. You've always been like a very curious, really introspective, I would say, in general about a lot of things. But the main thing here that is being like some cautioned, like, because I don't want you to like focus too much on this. Well, the main thing is make sure we're planning on talking about getting together. Okay. I mean, that's still, it's great that I'm in a very similar situation where, you know, being committed, like in a, like saying I'm in a relationship or whatever, being ready for that is like not. And that's very healthy that you guys are taking your time in that too, but like still spending time together. Because the main things as well for what you have to work on still is just not obsessing over what comes up, any negative thoughts. Like I said, when you have these high highs and low lows, when you're in these low lows, you obsess on why you're not in this high energy anymore, and then you get stuck down there. So your guides really want you to focus on like really being able to be in your conscious mind and less in your subconscious mind. You've been better at that, but they just don't want you to forget on, you know, a lot of the work that you have been doing um, in regards to like meditating, self-love, finding your voice, finding yourself, doing new things that excite you. Because for a long time, you were really in this like wounded fawn like type energy. And I see, I guess I would say, yes, don't give away too much of your power or like credit. That's the word, credit. Too much credit to her and her influence on you, because no, this is what your guides want you to know. Yes, she's come in and it has really like lit you up a lot more, but no, like you made that as a decision to allow this love to come to you. And they are basically like, I'm like hearing applause and like seeing them clap. Like you, this is to show that like you really have worked on your heart. Because I know we were talking about that several times in a lot of your readings, that the main thing I saw was a heart wall. There is going to be something decision wise, and I see it as in regards to business that you're going to be making soon, and it's going to balance out a lot more things in your life. Yeah. And then 9 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles coming in right after that. Like abundance. And I know what I just heard too is there's a part of you that's like, I don't know if this is like, I know. And you have been though. That's the thing, is your guides don't want you to go, and they're happy, and your higher self too, who has gone through what you're going through now, is like, it's very wise that we have taken this slowly, because if you would have like dove headfirst into this, you would have completely ran away. And just this whole, because I believe there's a lot of things we can't really work through in ourselves until we're met with a mirror. And she is mirroring a lot of things to you. I messed up a few times with her. That was, well, part of it is you were looking for something wrong. For some reason, I was bounced right back to her. Yeah, and that, like, you know, your guides want you to really just take it like day by day. Like, she has this very magnetizing, like memorizing energy around her. And you did try to like push it away. I think it was a lot for you too, because you got really used to just like this hermiting energy. And what's interesting, as I said that, and I was looking at this card that I put to the side for a second, the Hermit card in this deck is a spider on a web. Well, now, and it's a spider all by itself, the Hermit card. You are like going to be able, you're going to be sitting there because you've been very patient. You're going to be sitting there in a year, I just heard. Like, look at all of this abundance that has come in. And again, like abundance isn't just money, you guys. Abundance, it has to do with all forms of any like energetic thing that we have in our life. And money is energy, love is an energy, all of that. Like I said, it's going to just like an abundance coming in. Allow, just like with her, because this is the main thing that is being mirrored to right now. And this is what your higher self has been trying to show you, is how you reacted to her at first with the pushing away is very, very similar to how you've reacted to abundance and the potential for financial abundance to come in. It's been like 3 years since I've had a committed relationship. 3 years is definitely a good amount of time to wait. Especially considering like you really didn't even, wasn't it you that said you didn't even really know if you knew what feeling love in your heart felt like? I think that was you. I remember that conversation very vividly. Um, but you're feeling all sorts of magical. Okay, yeah. You're seeing, you got the sun card too. And I think I remember in one of the readings I said the sun card was in your future. Like that has come in the past like couple weeks for you. You've been very resistant to it. You've been very weary because of things in the past. You got the Magician, and then look, the Three of Cups. And the Three of Cups, again, is about teamwork. So this is a mirror to show you, like, look, when you allow it to come in, like, you're going to be noticing too. You're going to be just feeling more alive in general, I heard. And what did I say about for Cancers? I mean, you're a Cancer rising. Like, you're going to feel like there's this huge spotlight on you and you're just getting all this love. And part of you is going to be, and this is the old version of you, like, and your ego coming in that's going to be like, why is this happening for me? Like, I don't deserve this. You do. Okay. Everything great that's coming to you. This relationship with her was to show you how you've reacted to everything else the universe has been trying to like basically hand you. You've been like, anything new? No, get away from me, because it's been the unknown, and all of that has been in the unknown. You were in this what feels like tower moment for a very, very long time. But your main thing, again, that your guides want you to remember is just be careful of letting your mind obsess on things and looking for something wrong. Just really just bask in all of the like abundance that is coming to you, because what I'm seeing as, yes, and this is confirmation, Three of Swords, what I'm seeing as being your biggest trip up in life, I guess, um, is this like mental prison that you built unknowingly. It wasn't just you either, but from like traumatic situations that have happened, traumatic relationships within like family dynamics and stuff too. And then also like past relationships, they've just like had you in this very deflated feeling. Um, and I don't know how long you have known her, but I just heard like there was a reading I did for you at one point where I said you had prying eyes looking at you, like someone looking at you, and I didn't know if it was about something in regards to business or what. That was her. I feel like she's brought in this very new, fresh energy for you now that you've allowed it to come in. Okay, then that makes sense. I think the first reading I did for you was like a little over a year ago. I want to say it was like the winter, like December maybe of last year. I don't know. It was something like that. But you are just being asked to leave that cup open and allow it all to come in. With the Chariot, that makes a lot of sense because you're going to be traveling. You're going to be traveling a lot, and you're going to find a lot of fresh perspectives as well. And you're going to also just, I feel like you're really going to find this. Remember, you asked me this too. I'm remembering all this now. You asked me how you know who we are with, and we were talking about like the afterlife and how to know who you are without your name, saying what you do for work, all of that, like really connecting in your heart center was really difficult for you. And it's difficult for a lot of people, especially in society today, because we're just taught to hate ourselves, basically. I just saw 5151, so that's probably a significant angel number for you. I would look that up. Just make sure too that your boundaries aren't walls, okay? Because I know this waiting until you're done with school and other boundaries and other things that you've set, um, it could almost be on the verge of you blocking out, which this in the back, that fox is on the Four of Pentacles card, and the Four of Pentacles has a lot to do with like long-term security. You don't want to build such a barrier that you miss out on everything that you've been looking for a very long time. Of course, as with anything in life, there's going to be obstacles too. There's a lot more like breakthroughs that you're going to have in the coming months. Just make sure you don't look in the past. Like, use things from past experiences to help you, but don't get stuck looking in the past and wondering if you made any wrong decisions at any point. If anything comes up, where I was going from. Well, this is where with boundaries, okay? So boundaries are important. Don't compromise too much. And I set another card aside over here and I just shoved it in with these other ones. Hang on. Don't compromise too much of your needs, because you're also an Aries. And I don't know what her sign placement is, but and with Cancer rising, this is also amplified. You love when you're in love, but you also, okay, that makes a lot of sense. My best friend is a Virgo. Make sure to like not compromise who you are. Yeah. And remember when I said I would never get with an Aries again? I'm not like in a relationship with anyone, but I have been hanging out with an Aries man. So, anyways, yeah, just make sure you don't compromise what your comfort zones are. Of course, like come to a compromise and just like let her know, because it's good that you're taking things slow in the regards of like boyfriend, girlfriend, but like you need to speak up for what your needs are, and you're going to find them along the way. And this was like I was saying, what I was starting to say earlier, and then I got distracted with another card, is we don't really learn a lot of the things that we need to learn about ourselves and how we show up in relationships until we're in a relationship. So there's a lot of things that you have been working on since your past relationship, but now that you're in a new relationship and you've done a lot of this work, just don't lose sight of those things. And valuing your alone time and like enjoying your own company is very important. Um, just talk to her about that because she's just really excited. She's wanted this for a while. I feel like that's what I'm getting from this. Just don't lose sight of your self-love work that you've been working on. And one form of self-love is boundaries. 10 years that she's been single, or that she's been, oh, okay. Yeah, so that's another aspect of it too. She's been very lonely, but it's going to be really healthy for both of you if you set some boundaries, but don't like go overboard. You need to find that sweet spot of like, and it's going to be while having a discussion with her of, hey, like these are some of my needs that aren't being met. And the only way I can meet them is on my own. I need a little bit more alone time. I love spending time with you, but you don't want to get to the point where you are so, because it's just like when I do my lifestyle wellness coaching with people, I never tell someone who's wanting to start working out for the first time, hey, you should work out 5 days a week for an hour a day. They will never do it and they'll run away from it. For you, this is like a very similar metaphor for your love life. Like, even though she's been single longer than you, I feel like you've kind of just had this like lone wolf energy for such a long time, anyways, even in like past relationships. Just find like if she's wanting to hang out 7 days a week, say, hey, can we hang out like 4 days a week? Well, this is what I'm saying. So if there's some days that you don't want to go see her, you are doing her and you both a disservice when you don't listen to yourself, because then you're going to go see her when you don't really feel like it and you need that alone time to recharge. Like that is a part of you that everyone should have alone time to recharge anyway. Even if you're married and living with someone, we all need our alone time, and just let her know that. Like very gently like bring it up and say, I love spending time with you. I'm just noticing like I need some days where I can like recharge my batteries and it has nothing to do with you. I have gotten very used to being on my own, but I will show up better for you in this in our dating relationship, because I know you guys aren't committed, but in our dating relationship, if I can still have some time to myself. You're going to have to set these boundaries now, because the longer you go on with this, I mean, you guys aren't even in a committed relationship together, and you're people pleasing here, which is a trauma response. You don't want to let go of what you value and what you know is healthy for you, because you don't want to hurt her feelings. It's going to hurt her feelings more, and it's going to hurt your feelings more if 3, 6 months, a year down the line, you don't say anything. And then you're at the point of like complete resentment and there's a big blowout. So just talk to her about it, because there's this energy where I feel like even when you're with her, you're thinking about it and it's keeping you a little stagnant. Um, One sec. My roommate is texting me. I can't text her right now. Okay. Yeah. When you have this conversation with her, tap into that divine feminine energy. And I talked about that on one of my Instagram lives. I'll send you the link to that one. Because what's happening now is you're like treading on getting to the point of kind of like suffocating. I just heard you're feeling like suffocated, and you don't want to snub out your divine masculine energy by like you're letting her kind of take charge in a way, which it's okay to have someone who's more of the take charge one in the relationship, and it doesn't have to be a man or a woman. It doesn't matter. But for you to show up as your best self, like alone time is important, and you don't want any codependency to grow between either one of you. And it sounds like you've kind of given in a lot, because you do really enjoy her company, but just because you enjoy her company doesn't mean you have to be with her 24/7, you know? And then yeah, cuz you're going to be giving and receiving love more and more, but as of right now you're giving a lot more of it than receiving by not telling her what it is that you actually need. And then this card has two purposes in this spread right now. Your relationship will grow stronger because of that. And I feel like it's going to relieve you of a lot of, there's just like a lot of, if you don't get this out now, it's going to erupt. And you don't want to lose this because you bit your tongue for too long. But once you guys do have that conversation, it's all going to be a lot more harmonious. Because if you're going to be doing all this traveling and stuff as well, I mean, yes, your alone time is very important. And that's something that I think just like bringing it up with her in a very, you know, like really letting her know that it has absolutely nothing to do with her and that you love spending time with her, but like for you to show up as you can, as best as you can. You can't hear me? All right. I'm going to go to Instagram. We're going to finish this live on Instagram. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening, so we're going to go to Instagram. My Instagram is, oh. Oh, can you hear me now, Nick? Could you hear me that whole time? All right, I don't know. Okay. I'm going to go to Instagram anyway because I think he already jumped over there. So I'll be on my Instagram. My Instagram's in my bio too, in the link tree in my bio, but it is the same name as this name. So I will actually link it here too. Oops. Something is wanting me to go to Instagram tonight, clearly, because I've had to restart this YouTube like 4 times. So I'm just going to go to Insta. There is my Instagram name, because I don't know what's going on. And if it's going to mess up this many times, then I should just go over to Instagram. So I will see you over there. And I'm going to log on there right now. Okay, I'm logging off here now. And I'm going to Insta. Oh, I almost, okay. And there we go.